everybody, and welcome to Pittsburgh Artist Studio. I'm your Pittsburgh artist, Mary, and today we're going to be painting on some wood. I have a pattern traced out on here that I will have available on Patreon for $1. And we're going to be doing some birdhouses today. I thought it would be kind of cute for, you know, this time of year. It's going to be like a snow scene, and we're going to have a little fun with this, hopefully. You could do this as a paint party if you like. It's pretty easy. It's not a difficult one. And I was wondering how you would feel about doing, let's see, a painting like a jellyfish, some jellyfish. If you could just leave some comments down below so you could give me an idea on that, because I found a real cool picture on Pixel, and I think it would be kind of nice to paint. I'm just deciding what I would like to paint it in. I don't know if I want to go with acrylic or possibly pastel. Give that a try. But anyways, that's just my thinking right now. But leave me the comments down below if you'd like to see that. And also, I am, I hope you would join my channel. It helps me to buy supplies. I'm reusing this piece of wood. I bought this at Hobby Lobby a while ago, and I just sanded it off, and I didn't like what was on here. So I sanded it off and decided to do this little thing. So the other thing I wanted to ask, what was it? What was I going to ask? Oh, I just like to see a thumbs up, and I like to see a subscribe if you're not already a participant on my channel. If you like what I'm doing, please participate and join and subscribe. Maybe share this video out even. I mean, it would be really nice if you could do that for me, because it helps my channel grow, and it helps me with many things on YouTube. But the biggest thing is join my channel. You'll get some perks depending on what you decide to subscribe as a person or a join member. You will get some perks, something that I create, but it just depends on your level of how you join. So without further ado, let's get started. Okay, we're going to get started. We're going to paint with a little bit here. I'm going to get some cobalt blue, but I'm going to tell you the colors we're going to be using. We're definitely going to be using titanium white. That could be anything that you like, any titanium white. I'm using this Master's Touch. I use this for my paintings here. My favorite brand is Golden, but the expense of that, it's just so expensive. So I've decided to use this, and I'm going to use cobalt blue, which is also a Master's Touch acrylic. I will be using orange. Let's see. Now, it depends on what I want to do. I'm not sure. I have Mars Black in the basic. I have Naphthol Crimson in the basic. And I have Cad Orange in the basic also. This is a Cad Orange hue because Cad Orange is a, it can be dangerous to use, because pure Cad Orange is a very toxic kind of thing. And then I also have a Cad Red Light, so I'm not sure if I'm going to use that in Grumbacher. I also have... That's it. I have a retarder in case I need to work a little bit more on my paint. This is a Grumbacher retarder. And I think we're good to go. Now I will be using my Stay Wet palette. And I'll try to show you how I mix the colors. But some of these colors run, like while I'm mixing the cobalt blue here, it will try to run. So how about if we just kind of I'll put it in here. I'll try to do my best to show you what it is. So what we're going to do is we're going to use some titanium white, which is probably a big amount, a generous amount of titanium white, because we have a lot to cover here. So we want to make sure that when we mix this, that we have enough to cover the entire canvas, because it is going to be one color. We don't want to, you know, have a million different colors, and then it not be, you know, we'd have to mix it, and then it'd be darker or lighter, however, you know. So we're going to add a little bit, just a touch of the cobalt blue. Okay, so we're going to see how this mixes. I'm going to show you that I did it like that. If you can see that, I hope you can see that it's starting to run down. So I'm going to mix it with my large brush here. I have a Crafter's Choice brush. I don't really care for this brush too much, but it's good to mix with. I might use it on my... I bought this brush thinking it would be great, and it's too soft. You need something in... it said it was good for acrylic, but I find that hard to believe. And I like usually to mix with a palette knife, but I don't have one right here at my disposal. Alright, so my brush is pretty loaded, so we're just going to start. And I'm just going to use little circular strokes. I'm going to try to not go over my birds too much. We want to kind of get every nook and cranny. I'm probably going to have to put this back on again, because I want to make sure I get these. You know what? I probably will do that. I'm just going to paint over this. I can go around the birdhouses, but I will put the tracing back on, and we'll get that. I guess I'm in the picture, right? And I'm right in front of everything. So make sure you get everything covered as the best that you can. See, when I go over some of these other details closer to these birdhouses, I will use a different brush. Smooth it out as the best that you can. Just get, because this is wood and it's kind of like split in there, make sure you get into all those areas. I would kind of like this to be a little bit darker. This is just, well, it might dry. Let me just, I think I want to add a little bit more of the blue in here. I'm not really liking that color. It's too light. So when I put in some clouds and everything, it's not going to work too well. I want it nice and dark. This might be better. Oh yeah, this is better. Much better. Still using that same old brush. It's a good brush to do a background, as long as you don't have to get into too many areas where it's too close to things. But like I said, I will get another brush for that. Oh, I got a good base coat down there anyways, right? So, how's everybody doing now that fall is upon us? I love that I have these great people that come and watch my videos. And I love it when you make comments to tell me that you enjoy what I'm doing, because I don't know. You know, I don't know if you enjoy these things that I paint. I'd like to hear that in the comments too, if you do enjoy my work, or if you like to see something else. Once in a while I'll take a poll to see, but like this time I just wanted to know if jellyfish had anybody interested in seeing that. That might be just something that's a little harder, but I think you would still enjoy watching. Sometimes it's just nice to do something a little bit more challenging. Now this is a good piece to work on if you have a paint party, or let me get a little bit more of that blue in here. Just lots of fun. You want to have a little fun. Sometimes doing things that are hard, you know, that can be difficult. I think I found I found one. I found a little palette knife, so I'm going to mix that up a little bit better now. Let's scrape it together. I'm trying to stay off to the side so that I'm not in your way as I'm painting this. I love to paint on wood. It's fun. Sometimes they turn out real nice, sometimes they don't, but most of the time they look good. Now don't forget, you got to get the sides and everything too, so get those. I hope I'm not in the way. All right. Let's get those closer ones. Well, wait, I can go on the other side. Okay, because I'm going to step over here. Try to stay out of the way as much as possible. Once again, getting the sides in there. Alright, I'm going to grab my palette. Don't want to get the birdhouse. Just be careful to not get the birdhouse. And like I said, we can write the Home Sweet Home after. This all dries anyways. We have to get it to dry. Try to go in the direction of the grain when you're painting. Okay, that part's done. Now, I am going to get a smaller, more detailed brush. Let's see. Let me see here. I think... Here's a good one here. Okay, so this one is a number 6 flat. It's a Simply Simmons, I believe. Oh, it's a Master's Touch. Yeah, they look similar. Alright, so just going to try to outline all this. Get as close as I can. Hopefully my head isn't in the way. I try to keep off to the side, but it's sometimes hard to do that. Okay, sorry if I'm in the way. Wait a minute, I have to get over here. I'm sorry. I'm probably going to be right in the camera. Okay. I'm going to get my Stay Wet palette so I can get into these areas here. Hopefully not in the eye of the camera, or my head is in the way. Something I always have a hard time with. My camera is very nice, but if I get too close up, you can't see the whole painting. So when I edit, I try to get in there, but sometimes my head just doesn't want to get out of the picture. And I get so upset when that happens. I don't know. I have no idea why that happens. None. Especially being careful like I am trying to be. But sometimes just standing right in front of something, you get a better angle and it's easier for the person who's painting to get that. Okay, I want to try to blend that out to there. So every Tuesday, I partner up with a girl, her name is Diana, Artfully Blind with Diana, and she has a vision problem. But we get together every Tuesday, usually around 6, but we are changing the time here and there. Sometimes we'll be on at 1 o'clock because of the international people that watch. So it would be nice if you could join us. We gab a lot, you know, and talk about different things. But we also do a painting of some sort. We'll either work in our journals. Now she'll work on her, sometimes she'll work on her things that she gives to people who join her channel. So it's kind of inspiring because it helps me to understand what people like also. So that's why I say if you join my channel, you can find out some of the good stuff that you would get. And it, you know, the cheapest one I think that I have there is $1.99. And the higher up you get, the better the perk. Now, when you join for $1.99, it's just you join, I think. I don't have anything. You might get a special gift for joining. I might do something like that, but it's something you have to do and find out, because I'll be happy to send you something. Now you'll start to see some of the wood come through, and that's okay. If the wood comes through, that kind of makes it look a little cool, you know. So let's see here. We want to kind of get here. Oops, I made a mistake there, but I'll cover that up when I do the This is a rounded roof. You have to be careful. Okay, we want to make sure we get the edges here close. Okay. Alright. Okay, this is going to be a little tricky here, so I have to take my time. You take your time painting. Don't rush. Don't ever rush through anything. Oops. That's alright, because that's going to be covered. If you get the top of a roof or something, don't worry about it. You will be covering it with something. Alright, I'm going to go over to the other side here. And I might be right into the pick here, or the painting, just to get this. I don't know. Oh no, I'm good. You hear that noise? That's my fan, because it gets a little warm in my art room. It gets kind of cold in the winter when it gets real cold outside, but right now it is hot in here. Okay, I'm going to get this a little bit better up here. I will be covering some of this up probably, most likely. Sorry if I'm in there. Kind of weird how this right over here didn't really cover very well, but everything else looks good. Well, I was able to manage all the colors. I mean, all this color, and have some left over. I'm going to step over here a minute. And that's what you want. You want to have enough paint to be able to cover everything. So, depending on the size of your canvas, now because I knew this was a big canvas, I made sure, or surface, I made sure I had enough of that blue. Alright, so what I want to do now, I'm going to rinse out my brush. Get my other brush. And I'll flip this over a little bit so I can get the bottom. If I can. Okay. Still wet a little bit. Okay, sorry for me getting in the way. But I want to make sure I get this bottom too covered. Since I have some left over, I might as well get it all taken care of. Well, this is something, you know, once you paint this, if you do any kind of crafting shows or any of that, great little piece. People love this stuff. Make sure you get all that part inside, which I need to do right here. When you turn it, you can see some of the things that you've missed, so make sure you get that. Alright. There's another part right here. Alright, I think we have it all done there. Alrighty, sorry about that again. Alright, so now what we're going to do is we're going to just get some white, and we're going to make some beautiful clouds in here. Well, I can't do too much right now, it's still wet. So I'm going to dry this, and I'll be right back. Alright, so I have it all dry, and I kind of moved my angle here a little bit. So what I did, I put a little bit of cobalt blue out on my palette and some white. I'm going to make some like circular motions here. So I'm going to add just some on my tip, the cobalt blue. And I have a 1-inch brush, and this is definitely a Simply Simmons. And some white. Kind of get a mixture here. So I'm just going to kind of go in a like circular motion here. Just get some clouds in. Just kind of brush them in. Just going to be like just brushing that on like that. Maybe a little bit more white. Hopefully I'm not in the way of doing this probably, right? A little bit more white here. And make it look like it's a gloomy, gloomy day. Kind of neat, huh? Looks cool. Because this is going to be like a snow picture. So we definitely want to get that motion in here. Just twisting it around, kind of almost blending it right into the. Okay, I'm going to go on the other side here. Actually sit a little bit. Just keep blending it. We want it nice and blended, but yet we want some of that feel that it's like nasty weather out there. And it's okay if you go over your birdhouses, because we're going to be painting those anyways. So. I'm going to get a little bit of black because I want to kind of get a little gray in here also. So I'm going to get some of my black. That's Mars Black on my palette. I'm not going to do too much with that. I just want to kind of get a gray tone, like add a little bit of gray to this blue. Kind of get that gray look. Get some gray in here. I like the texture of this. What do you think? It looks pretty cool. Looks a little like it's snowing, you know. It's darker down here, huh? A little darker down here, but that's okay. Get some more of that blue. Some white. Lighten it up a bit. Do the same thing over here. Oh, sweet. Okay. That looks beautiful. I like it. All right. So the next step, okay, is we're going to start painting the birdhouses. And we're going to use, let's see, we're going to use some burnt sienna. We're going to use some deep yellow and some titanium white. And I think we're going to be painting the posts. We'll paint the posts first. How's that? Get that in there. Okay, so we want our burnt sienna, which I didn't put out before, and this is a DecoArt Americana. I don't think I've ever opened this one. Oh yeah, I did. Okay, good. All right. I'm gonna get that out on my canvas or my palette. Some deep yellow. I know I got that out somewhere. I must have left it somewhere. Yes, I did. So my deep yellow, sorry about that. This is a Soho color from, I think I got this from Jerry's Artorama. And it has a very nice texture. It's a student grade, but I'll tell you what. It's a great paint. I'm just going to get that out with my palette knife. Great paint. It's thick, it's good. It's just, I like it a lot. And let's see, we're going to mix these. We're going to mix more of the sienna with some of this yellow. So I'm going to show you, because this isn't going to run, I don't think. So I'm just going to use what I have on my palette knife here. Use that, maybe grab a little bit more here. And a little bit more. I want to get that a little bit more, you know, a little lighter. There we go. Okay. And I'm going to get my brush that I was using before. That was that number 6. It's a flat brush. Alright, and I'm probably, well, let's see, I could probably start down here. Hopefully I'm not in the way. I'll just get all these little things painted. Now I do have a hard time making straight lines, so I apologize. If my lines aren't straight. And that's only because my hand shakes a bit. And I've not been ever good at straight lines. Make that a little thicker. I might get those later. Alright. Since I'm having such a time, I think, let's get this a little bit painted here. I hope I'm not in the way. I hope I'm not. I really try not to get my head in here, but sometimes it happens. Okay, so we're going to connect it here. Even though it's like indented there, we have to connect it still. So, oh, I didn't show you how that came out, did I? It's kind of like a dark mustardy color. If I can do this. But before I do anything else, I forgot this one important step here. Before I go any further, I'll continue this. But I want to make some snow on this, and I want to do it before, well, I guess not, because it will be all over the place anyways. I'll do that last. Because it has to be on the houses too. It's snowing here. Ooh. Alright, so I'm going to get a baby wipe. These are awesome for getting off mistakes when you make a mistake. Like I just did here and here. Wipe it off. Here, I did one. And I'd like to be able to get in front of that. And I know that's going to be an obstacle for you guys to see. So let's see if I can get this off to the side. I mean, you want to make sure you're all covered here. Baby wipes will take off all the mistake areas that you make. Like there. Okay, let's see here now. I want to get a little closer. Alright, so what I'm going to do is get some tape, because since this is so long and everything, I hate when I can't do a straight line. So this tape will give me a better line all the way down, just like that. And this is automotive tape, and it is amazing. It really works well. And I'm going to be right in front of the camera, but I have to get that on straight. Okay. This is a must. Alright, and let's make sure we get this one straight too. Since I'm putting this on, might as well make sure it's all good. a little tough to cut, especially when your hands hurt. Oh, lordy, lordy. I think this will help a lot. All right, so it's pretty good up here. This piece here is a little messed up. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go back over this and I'm going to pick up a little bit more yellow with this. Just look at how much better. I mean, it'll be so much better if you can appreciate the fact that I'm in the way. See, if you paint over the lines, then it's not so bad. Okay, this one here has to get in there a little closer. Same with this one. Okay, and this one also, because I got to cover up my pencil, my graphite also. Okay, so you can just rip it off and voila, nice lines. Nice lines. Okay, I like to save this, so I'm going to just stick it to my palette here. I mean my easel. Alright. Good. Alright, so what I want to do, I'm going to rinse this out. And I'm going to pick up some of that blue that I had before. Right in here. Oh, I got some here too. But, okay, sorry, I'm in the way. I know. But where that came on here, I don't want that on there. Much better. I just am a stickler for straight lines. I like straight lines. I'm sorry that I was in the way, but hopefully I won't be in the way anymore. Okay, so we are going to make a little bit of a darker brown. So I'm going to get my umber, and I think that'll help a little bit more. I'll get in here somewhere. Yeah. Okay, so this is a raw umber. It is a Master's Touch. I don't have much in here, so I'm going to scrape it out with my palette knife. Wipe off my palette knife. Oh, I broke it. I broke my palette knife. No worries, it'll go back in. Sally's trying to fluff the rug up again. Oh dear. There we go. Alright, so I'm just going to scrape that out with my palette knife. And I'm going to get, I should have left that tape on. I'm going to put that tape back on again. Hopefully it'll work. We'll see. We will see. I know it's all jumbled up now. We'll start with this one here since I got that pretty good. Oh, I see I went out of the thing right there. I should, just before I do anything, I'll get that blue back in there. Now, when I took an art class, my teacher said no one really notices those lines. Ooh, look what I just did there. But I do. And it bothers me for some reason. I bet you see my rear end there. I'm sorry. Okay. There goes Grumpy. Mr. Grumpy likes to get them, boy. Get those dogs. Get those dogs. I'm going to put some nice lines on here. Right back on again. Okay, so it doesn't go all the way down. That's alright. I'll get that. This one too probably won't go all the way down. So I'm going to find my rake brush and I'm going to be right back. Let me find my rake brush. Okay, so I've got my rake brush. And the rake brush has these little airy things that are really cool. So what we're going to do is kind of give this a little bit of texture. I'm just going to brush the edges and then just lightly we're going to come down, just light. Give it some texture. Okay. Little texture on the... What did you do, Grumpy? Get some texture down here. Little texture on this one. It just kind of helps to have that little bit of cushion with Now, because the grain is going this way, it's kind of hard to get that texture in there, but it gives it a little bit of texture. I gotta go see what went on over here. Sounded a little serious with my dogs. I'll be right back. Alright, so what we're going to do next, I want to paint this a little bit darker. I want that darker, and I think I want to get this a little darker also. I think what I want to do with the roof, I think that's going to be this umber also. I just like that better. I don't know. So now if you find that your paint is getting a little too dry, you can add a little water to it just to kind of make it flow better. So I just added a little water there. And you know what, if it's a little bit off, you know, like when you're painting, that you find that it's not very straight, that's okay. Because these birdhouse things aren't going to be perfect. For some reason, The paint is running. I don't know why. I guess that's weird there. Okay. And we can go underneath here a little bit. Okay, and then I wanted to just shade this a little bit. So I'm going to just get a little bit of shading in here. Nothing fancy. And then I'm just going to rub it a little. Just kind of give it a little shading. Alright, same here. I'm going to get a little shading here. Just rub it a little with my finger. Because this is a roof here, I'm going to just shade this a bit too. There we go. Just a tad. Get a little shading in there. This roof here, I'm going to do that also with the roof. Hopefully I'm not in the way. I hope you can see this. And when I edit this, I'll bring it up closer for you so you can see it better. Probably getting right into there, but I need to get close there, so sorry. I'm going to move over here. I'm going to get this side. And hopefully I'm not in the way. I have my little beautiful little chimes here. Here a little bit off the road here. Okay. Grab a little bit of water here so it'll flow better for me. Okay, I'm going to get right in front of the camera, and I apologize for that. But I got to get that off of there because it just isn't the right way here. Okay. Alright, now I can stand off to the side here. Do what I have to do. Hopefully you can see it. Alright, so the next one is right here. I want to get that nice and dark. And right here we're going to do a little shading. And under here also. So this side I'm going to make a little bit lighter, okay? This is going to be, I'm going to mix a little bit, and it's going to look so green. Let's see here. I don't like that. I'm going to put, that's green. Ew. Okay, well this is a little bit lighter. It's not going to show much light, but I'm going to get some more tape. Let me get some more tape here because I know what's going to happen. I can even see it on the other side. I'm putting this tape on. I want a straight line. It might not be straight. I'm in the way, sorry. There are certain times when you get in the way, you get into the thing of it. It won't matter too much if I get it onto the house, but I don't want, because I'm going to use a lighter color, so I don't want that to show up on there. And then of course this piece right here, this isn't straight here. In the way again. All right. Grab some of the darker and just kind of darken it up here. Alright, so I had my head in the way, I apologize. Alright, so I'm going to rip this off now. And this tape is fantastic because it's the only tape I have found even better. I guess I didn't do too good there. Better than frog tape. Although it looks like frog tape, it's not. So let me just get this so I can wipe that off. Probably screw that up a little bit. You don't want that on there. Don't want it on your blue. That kind of messed me up there, but I think we got it off pretty good. All right, rinse that out now. Just want to pick up a little bit of my blue here because I kind of screwed up here over here. I hit the... It's okay though. Kind of tap that in a little bit, get some of that there cleaned up. Okay. Alright, let me see how this looks so far. Oh yeah, it's cute. Okay. So our next thing that we're going to do here, we can paint in the holes. We'll get those. That's going to be with some black. And oopsie, I have still some black on my palette. So let's see here. Might be a little bit dry. Add a little bit water here. Okay. So we'll put the holes in first. Now these are going to have to, I really don't want to put the holes in yet, because I know what's going to happen. It's going to get all over everything. Okay. I think I can wait on that. Alright, so we're going to paint the first birdhouse, and I'm going to paint that yellow. Okay? Alright, so that's going to be that deep yellow. And I'm still using that number 6 brush. And I'm going to just get a little bit of a drink here. Alright. This probably will need a few coats because the green, but yeah, it might be kind of nice to have that green show through a little. I could add a little white to this to make it more opaque, but I kind of like the idea that it's showing that grain. This is going at an angle. I have to organize this so that I'm not so much in the picture. I really don't like being in the picture so much, but just the way it happens, I guess. Kind of like to work on that side, but because everything's on this side, it's kind of hard to work over there and have to stretch like that. Okay, so we got number 1 done. I'd like to make this like a nice dark blue. I think that would be pretty. And then this will be red. Okay. I am going to spritz my water here a little bit. Oops. I mean with my palette. I'm sorry. Yeah, I like that blue. So that's what I plan to do here. Still using that same brush, but ugh, I just kind of messed up my glue. Okay, wait a minute. Get some fresh blue out. Just straight cobalt blue. I have 2 water cans here that I use. One's dirtier than the other, so I kind of went into my cleaner one. Yeah, I think this would be cute blue. Deep blue. Okay, now this one's rounded. The tinkles, the twinkles or tinkles of my glass mobile. So tomorrow's November 1st, and before you know it, it's going to be well, at least when I'm recording this, it's the 31st, Halloween. So, and of course it's like a crappy day out there. I thought it was going to be nice, but hopefully, you know, it'll clear up a little bit. Yeah, so before we know it, it's going to be Thanksgiving. There we go. Am I in the way? Can you see what I'm doing? Okay. Very good, very good. So let's do the red. So this is just straight naphtha crimson. As I showed you before, that's a basic. And I'm still going to be using this brush, making sure it's nice and clean. I'm going to make this roof a little different. I didn't color that one in yet, and I'm still trying to think what I'd like to do with this roof. It's actually going to be covered with snow. So I might just not paint anything there. Okay, so it's going to be darker here. So I should add a little bit. Well, I really don't want to. This is kind of like in the shadow of everything. Let me see here. A little umber. So this part here is going to be darker. Than the other side. Sorry if I'm in the way. There are times when I can't help but. I'm going to show you how to make perfect circles. But right now, I just want to get this little, and under the roofs, I want those a little darker because of the, just a tad darker here. Just kind of blend it in. Same with the blue. Just going to grab a little blue up here. I can make that darker. And it won't be so bad looking. Shade. Shade it. Shade it, shade it, shade it. This is so cute. I love it. Alright, so we got shading. I got to get a little shading in the yellow. I'm going to wipe my brush pretty good here, okay? I'm going to get some yellow. And just a little bit of that brown. Get that in there like that. Get more yellow to blend it out. And right here, there's also that little stoop. Look at that. There's one here. There's one here. All right, let me rinse out my brush again. Okay, so it's going to be a little bit lighter on this side here. But underneath that roof, it's not going to be so light. And under the window. You always have to remember about your shading. Make it more realistic. Something's going on out there. Can you hear it? Okay, we're getting there. Okay, these are looking cute, aren't they? Put that knot in there. Yeah, I like it. So far, so good. What do you think? Yeah, I like it. Okay, we're back in the studio. Sorry. What I've done here, I did the Home Sweet Home. I did that on a flat surface, which was much easier. And the actual traceable will be on Patreon for $1, so you can pick that up there. And you can also do this, it doesn't have to be on wood, you can do it on canvas. I just chose wood. But one of the things I wanted to tell you is, like, if you do choose to do this on a wooden surface, You can prep it. You can prep it with gesso. You can prep it with a mixed meat. I think this one here, I think this is it here that I have. A multi-purpose sealer, which is a DecoArt sealer. You can prep it with that. I chose not to, but these are just things that you can do because sometimes wood is porous. And because I did sand this, it was a little bit more porous than normal. But I think it turned out pretty good here. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to add the snow. And I want you to see how I do this. I have a toothbrush, okay? And I am going to wet my palette with that bluish white that I mixed right here. If you can see that, whoops, you can see it right here. So I'm going to wet that a little bit. Get my toothbrush. Get that paint on there. Now you don't want it to be like so runny, but you do want it to be wet. And then I'm just going to use my finger and flick it. Get that snow everywhere because it's snowing pretty good. Okay, once you run out, you get more snow. And you want it to be off-white. You don't want it to be pure white. So just flick it onto the canvas or board. Get it close by, you know. If you have one that's like a little bit too big, you can wipe that off. That it looks a little strange, you know. I'm going to add a little bit more water here. Actually, I might water my brush a little too. So you can use an old toothbrush, you know, if you don't use those ones from the dentist. That's what I'm using because I have a different kind of toothbrush. And you get really nice snow here. Make sure you get it on that roof. You want to get a lot of that on there. Since this one is... But yeah, there you go. So, you got your home sweet home. And I hope you enjoyed this video. I know it was a long one. I may end up, actually I probably will put this in two sections, part 1 and 2, because it's too long. But if you have any questions, ask them in the comment section. I'll be happy to answer any questions. I love for you to make comments. Please make comments. Please join my channel for perks. I will make some beautiful little postcards for you if you do join. I think you would enjoy that, and they would be hand painted depending on what level you join. There are you know, I think the first level is $1.99 a month, and you might get it. I think I just send you like a sticker or something like that. But if you go up higher, like in the $5 category and up, you would get some postcards and some stickers, and you would get for, I'm not sure if it's, I think it's $25. I'm not sure. But if you join for $25 a month, you will get an original painting on a monthly basis. So that's kind of costly, but in all, it works out, you know, for me. So we'll see. I don't know. It might be higher, like 50 or something like that. I'm not sure. But I really love this. I can zoom in a little bit, possibly. And I'll pick this up and show you. Aren't they cute, the little birdies? Little birdhouses. Birdhouses. Little bird flying away. And then you got your home. tweed home. And this would make a beautiful kind of paint party once you get the stencil, and you can download it for your the people in your party, and just stop whenever you need to stop on the video and give me a thumbs up. Hope you like this, and until next time, happy painting. God bless.